Welcome to 100 Yards of Football. I'm your host, Vincent Turner, and I'd like to give special thanks to my producer, Mr. Jeremiah Long, for making it happen today. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. We'll surely appreciate it here on 100 Yards of Football. Our video today is the two top underrated players in college football as of now. Bo Nix, the quarterback of the University of Oregon, and Carson Beck, quarterback of the University of Georgia. So if you like the video, please come in and share it. I'm going to start with Carson Beck. This gentleman right here started the season as the quarterback of the Georgia Bulldogs with a lot of pressure on him. The Bulldogs have won back-to-back national championships, and they're going for their third this year, a three-peat, being the only college football team to win 3 championships in a row in the modern era. The thing about Carson Beck, and I told a lot of Georgia Bulldog fans, even though the Bulldogs have won back-to-back national championships, I said this gentleman right here will probably be our best signal caller from a professional standpoint. And what I mean by that, this gentleman right here is going to play at a high level at the next level. 6'4", 215 pounds, but what I like about him, he's got one of them cannon arms. And if you saw yesterday what Will Levis did for the Tennessee Titans against your home team, Atlanta Falcons, how he was throwing that ball deep, the ball comes out this young man's arm like a cannon. Think about Carson Beck this year, 2,400 yards, 14 touchdowns, 4 INTs. He's playing under center for a team that's got a 25-game winning streak. And the next 3 games he's got coming up, Ole Miss, Missouri, and Tennessee, that they play in the month of November. And I'm going to tell you this, if he wins all 3 of those games and put up decent numbers, I can see him in New York at the Heisman ceremony. And I can see him leaving Georgia after this season and being a first-round pick. Think about this. Look at the game film. This is what NFL scouts look at. The Florida game this past weekend, 315 yards, 2 touchdowns. The University of Kentucky game. This is what put everybody on the map with Carson Beck. 389 yards, 4 touchdowns that game. And then against Auburn on a national television game, 338 yards and 1 touchdown. And if you think Carson Beck is not special, who's one of the most outstanding players right now in the National Football League at the wide receiver position that everybody's talking about? George Pickens with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's a pretty good player, right? But think about it, his pro day in 2022. Who did he have throwing for him? Carson Beck, the young man out of Jacksonville, Florida, who had a big win this past weekend over the Florida Gators in his hometown. Georgia 43, Florida 20. Carson Beck is a gentleman that's not going to be really underrated and respected any longer. I expect him that this young man's got an outside chance of winning the Heisman Trophy. The other gentleman I'm going to talk about, Bo Nix. When Bo Nix played at Auburn, let's face reality. He played in the toughest conference of football his 3 years, and he was up and down, up and down. And the Auburn football base was really disappointing him, especially in big games. And Bo Nix came out of the state of Alabama as a 5-star prospect. Well, when he transferred to Oregon, I said to myself, okay, he's going to get a new start. Remember last year, Oregon opened up with Georgia. Opening game of the season over the Mercedes-Benz Dome in Atlanta. And what did Bo Nix do that game? He went 21 of 37, 172 yards and 2 interceptions. And everybody's saying Bo Nix is going to do the same thing at the University of Oregon as he did at Auburn. But this gentleman has the most college football starts in college football, any quarterback, 55 starts. But I'm going to tell you this. In 2022, after the Georgia game, he's been on fire. Last season, he threw for 3,500 yards, 29 touchdowns, 7 INTs. But this year, he's thrown for 2,300 yards, 21 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's completing passes of 78%, 8 straight games. Bo Nix right now, I know a lot of people are saying Michael Penix. Right now at the University of Washington is the Heisman favorite. But right now, let's keep it reality. Patrick Nix, your son, former quarterback of the Auburn War Eagle Tigers. Your son, Bo Nix, right now, in my opinion, this is Vincent Turner saying it here on 100 Yards of Football. Bo Nix right now is the best football player in the country, man. Hands down. and he's playing for the best team in the country, the Oregon Ducks. Watching all these college teams play this year, the Oregon Ducks are the best team in the country, and Bo Nix is the best player in the country. And it make no mistake, if Oregon keeps up what I think they're going to do and keep rolling through the Pac-12, they're going to end up in the college football playoff series, and they're going to have an outstanding chance of winning the national championship on these young men under center. Think about Auburn, think about Oregon, and you think about all the great quarterbacks there. Bo Nix left Pat Sullivan, Cam Newton. Then he goes out to Oregon. He gets in the history of Dan Fouts, Joey Harrington, Marcus Mariota. God has got a plan for some people, and we have written Bo Nix off. But I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm going to state it one more time. In my opinion, watching all of college football this season, Oregon is the best team I've seen play, and Bo Nix is the best player in the country. It's no question about it. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. We surely appreciate it here on 100 Yards of Football. I've been your host, Vincent Turner. Special thanks to my producer, Mr. Jeremiah Long, for making it happen this morning. Carson Beck of the University of Georgia and Bo Nix of the Oregon Ducks. Quack, 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 quack.